when he wakes up and realises, when America wake up and realise that something they thought right now was minor and not worth spending their time on, actually will imperil the safety of their base.
Chair, I'm surprised that the honourable gentleman has the gall to come here and talk about national security today. And he talks about
the absolute cheek of this Labour MP saying Nigel Farage and reform are a threat to British national security. What planet is he on? Labour refused to even secure our borders. Absolutely anyone can walk in, and we know terrorists already have and more will. Farage called them un-British, more like anti-British, I'd say. The Labour MP then unbelievably said the Chagos Islands deal secured the Diego Garcia military base. Let me get this straight. We hand over territory that is already ours to Mauritius, and they lease it back to us at a cost of something like 80 billion. How on earth is that a better deal than we already had before? They were already our territory and we had to pay nothing. That's like me saying, I'll sign a house I already own over to you and we'll sign a contract saying I can rent it back off you. We know the deal had something to do with Labour's left-wing decolonisation agenda, and it was definitely not done for the benefit of Britain. The same Labour MP then tried to say Donald Trump agreed with the decision. No, he didn't. He wasn't bothered either way, as long as he thinks it's changed nothing for the American base. But as Farage said, it's so low on Trump's priority list at the moment, he isn't even paying attention. But Farage also said America will pay attention when Mauritius goes back on the deal and does a deal for the islands with China instead. And Farage made it clear a future reform government will not honour any treaty with Mauritius because they can't be trusted. The whole thing is just utter madness. And well done to Nigel Farage for making a complete fool of this Labour MP. Here's the full clip from Parliament.
I'm grateful to the honourable member for allowing an intervention. He will be aware that his friend President Trump is in favour of this deal. So would he tell us whether he disagrees with him?
I certainly will, and I'll come to that. The American president, right at the moment, is somewhat busy, having recently struck a remarkable peace deal in the Middle East, and whichever way you think he's going on it, is obsessed with ending the Ukraine war. This is very low down on his agenda. But when he wakes up and realises, when America wake up and realise that something they thought right now was minor and not worth spending their time on, actually will imperil the safety of their base. And it doesn't matter what the minister says about what's in the treaty. Mauritius will not honour the terms of this treaty. Mauritius are poor. Mauritius are on the verge of bankruptcy. They will be bought by Chinese money, and China are negotiating leases already. I will give way to the Minister.
Minister Doughty.
Chair, I'm surprised that the honourable gentleman has the gall to come here and talk about national security today. And he talks about the United States. The Defence Secretary, Secretary Hegseth for War, he has said Diego Garcia is a vital military base for the United States. The UK's deal with Mauritius secures the operational capabilities of the base and key US national security interests in the region. We are confident the base is protected for many years ahead. Why is the United States backing this deal if anything that he says is true?
I can assure you America is not backing this deal. What it's saying is what we have is what we hold. That's the American attitude right at the moment. But of course, as I say, when the Americans realise that actually Mauritius are not a trustworthy nation, they're bankrupt, they need the money, they will not honour this treaty, then we'll be in a very different place. I would put it that this deal is un-British, it's against our national interest, there is no upside, there is no gain, and I can assure you that a future reform government will not honour this treaty. End of.